Planning, implementing, and evaluating. Understanding the connections. Does curriculum development end with evaluation? Yes, according to some models presented by Hilda Taba and Ralph Tyler. However, since curriculum development is a continuous process, it can also be viewed as PI, or the planning, implementing, and evaluating. PI is a cyclical process, which means that after evaluating, the process of planning starts again. The evaluation cycle and their connections. Planning, implementing, and evaluating are three processes in curriculum development that are taken separately but are connected. Implementation is the process of turning strategies and plans into actions to achieve strategic goals. Implementing is an essential part of planning process because it develops process for applying the plan. This tree examines the impact of curriculum on students' achievement. The first method is planning. Planning. Planning is an initial process in curriculum development. It includes determining the needs through an assessment, and needs would include those of the learners, the teachers, and the community. Planning is the initial process in curriculum development. It is concerned with making effective decisions about what to learn, what we need to learn, and how teaching and learning process are well planned to take into the existing curriculum content. The help of the stakeholders are very much needed because it will contribute to the effective planning of the curriculum. After the needs have been identified, the intended outcomes are set. Intended outcomes should be doable, achievable, and desired. Intended learning outcomes are important because this will explain if the learner have acquired and will be able to use those learning in real-world situation. Intended learning outcomes are exposed from the student's perspective that are achievable and accessible. Planning ensures a clear springboard to achieve the individual goals and steps involved. This will help us to focus on what we're aiming to accomplish. The next one is implementing. What should be implemented? The planned curriculum which was written should be implemented. It has to be put into action or used by a curriculum implementer who is the teacher. The plan should not just be written, but it is more than that. The planned curriculum should be implemented because it will determine if the content and curriculum are successful, because if not, the strategic goal will be unactionable. The curriculum planner and implementer should now know what could be the best way or the expected outcome of the plan. A curriculum planner can also be a curriculum implementer. In fact, a curriculum planner who implements the curriculum must have a full grasp of what is to be done. It is very much needed that the teacher implemented the curriculum well. They should see to it that the plan will execute correctly. The intended learning outcome should be achieved at the end of the discussion. The last one is evaluating. The focus of this chapter is evaluation after planning and implementation was done. It is very necessary to find out at this point if the planned or written curriculum was successfully implemented. Curriculum evaluation as a big idea may follow evaluation models which can be used for programs and projects. These models discussed in the previous lesson guide the process and the corresponding tool. After planning and implementing, evaluation should be the last method in which this evaluation will help both teachers and learners to improve teaching and learning process. There are a lot of tools that we can use to measure the validity and reliability of the curriculum. It will help us to determine what works well and what could be improved in the curriculum. Key idea. What has been planned should be implemented and what has been implemented should be evaluated. That's all. Thank you for listening. This report was prepared by yours truly, Carla Sembrano.